in an earlier time, the approach of, well, let's just get some good books and teach myself was very sensible because people were judged on the basis of what they could do and accomplish and do. I'm sure Daniel Boone didn't have a degree from any university. But this is a problem that especially homeschool parents face because the child, okay, they control their environment up to 18. Now, what are they going to do? Put them in this college. The problem is that if you go to college and you realize, well, yes, I could learn this on my own and maybe learn it better, but you won't have that piece of paper they're generating. If you have responsibility for a son or daughter, and you say, well, I can see a way through life for you that is a better way that doesn't require the piece of paper. At the same time, if you let them not get that piece of paper, then many doors close. And you can't predict what their life will be. And the advice I give my kids with respect to what they should do as professions or what they should do in life or what would be best for them, there's no need for a piece of paper. But I won't let the ones that are better get out of school until they have a PhD because they need the piece of paper to keep the doors open that they may need to open in life. So the college becomes a quest for a piece of paper. It's not right, but that's the way it is. We're our first daughter. Now my oldest daughter's 18. She has to start college. This is awful. I mean, it's one thing to have your son go and have to take some of this nonsense. You're going to send a daughter to this. And I'm doing my best to work it out so that she'll be able to go and take the least of the nonsense possible, but she's got to have a piece of paper. Even though her life that she probably envisions living with, I would think it would be idealized, will never require that piece of paper. I know that life has many vicissitudes, and it may be that she will need to open a door in life that requires a college degree. Well, I hope eventually we'll just get homeschool college and can get rid of it, but we don't have that yet. And it may come, though, electronically. I think it will come. Yeah, I just finished enrolling this daughter, and I went over and arranged it. It's not that I'm trying to make scientists out of the kids, but the only thing I got there that we can be sure is if he's been put into a human mind. So I said, well, she'll take chemistry, physics, and math the first year. But then I won't have to worry the first year. I'm a fourth of the way through, and we haven't got any of the rot. And I was fortunate. Noah's advisor turned out to be the guy I was supposed to consult about this, and I went and just leveled with him. He's chairman of the chemistry department. I said, I wanted to take chemistry, physics, and math, and she's not going to take a lot of the humanities courses in this place because no daughter of mine, they're going to sit in those rooms. And he understood completely. It worked out a nice thing, filled up all the units of the math, physics, and chemistry. Then I went down to the registrar and got her almost registered. And the registrar came up to her and she says, wait, she doesn't have her colloquium. That's the humanities department. She says, she has to be taught her critical thinking skills. No one is allowed to enter as a freshman without the critical thinking skill course. And she was just determined that no freshman was going to get into that college that wasn't in this mess. You can imagine what critical thinking skills they're talking about. And so I said, well, maybe my daughter can't attend your college. And so, failing to convince me, she took me across the hall to the dean of admissions. He was going to teach me. And I lucked out. When the dust settled, the dean let the fat nothing out of it. And she got to take only the science. Science is a good thing to study. It's not necessarily become a scientist. If you have to go to university, it's a good place to avoid a lot of the other nonsense. But it's hard to avoid it all. Noah had to take a criminology course to get out of taking a psychology course. So you just find your way through this maze, and you can't find your way through all of it. Zachary graduated from Oregon State. We'd sent him there because it was supposed to be the most conservative of the universities in Oregon. You want to be close to home. There was one course required of every student, a health course. And the health course, his 45-year-old man, advisor in chemistry, was too embarrassed to discuss the contents with him. So I went over to the bookstore and I got the book. I looked at the book. The book was fine. Brush your teeth, eat right, it's little things that you should know, but at least, keep it just some normal hygiene. And Zachary enrolls in the course, And the first half of the course is taught by a man right out of the book. It's fantastic. Brush your teeth, wash your face, you know, very simple stuff. And then after they got through halfway through the course, they brought in a woman with a hyphenated last name, and from then on, part of the students just walked out of every lecture. They couldn't stand it. Unbelievable. So bad he won't even tell me what he was